Today we're going to make a soup dish and turn the soup into a meal. So a lot of people during winter will have soup and an entree, but today we're going to use our butternut squash, the Thai butternut squash soup that we've made previously in another video, and I want to incorporate fish into that because the Thai flavors within the soup are just a great addition to adding, whether it be shrimp, salmon, any other form of fish into the soup to heat it up. Today we're going to do it with a nice piece of halibut and some julienne of Trilogy carrots that you can get at your local supermarket, some sliced beans and sliced asparagus, and then we're going to finish it with some of our kale chips that we've also incorporated into this and we have a video of. So we've pre-cooked our soup and we have that. I'm going to show you how to prepare the halibut and just incorporate that as a whole meal instead of just the soup. So we're just going to add a little oil to our pan. I'm going to lightly just season the fish because the seasoning is also in the soup. So you don't want to over season any of the fish that you want to put in there, but you do want the flavor to be enhanced and come out of the fish. I'm going to put the belly side down, the skin surface on the top. And we're just going to cook that until we get this beautiful caramelization color on the other side. It'll take 3 or 4 minutes to cook through with a piece of fish that's more than an inch thick. So we're cooking our halibut on a medium to high heat with a little bit of oil. You can see on the edge of the halibut where it starts to turn white, the fish is cooking. I want to cook it until that white is halfway up the side of the piece of meat. And then we're going to make sure that we've got a nice color on the bottom before we turn that over. So the fish, you can tell the white is halfway up the fish. I'm just going to turn it over. Now you've got this beautiful brown caramelized color on top of the halibut. And we're just going to sear the bottom quickly. Then we're just going to take that and pop it in our oven at 350 degrees. And it will only take 8 to 10 minutes to cook it through completely. A piece of halibut, it's been in there 8 minutes and it's cooked through now and it's perfect. So we're just going to leave it there to rest. It's come out of the oven. We're just heating up our soup over here. Then what I want to do is show you the vegetables that we're going to saute for this meal. Again, we're just adding a little avocado oil. Now the vegetables we have are the Trilogy carrots. I've cut them into a fine julienne. Even though carrot is a hardy vegetables, when they're this small, it doesn't take them long to cook through. The beans are a little bigger and just as hardy vegetable. And then we have the asparagus, which I've cut in half. So you really want to think about in which order you want to saute these. So because the beans are a hardy and larger one, we're going to start with those. Just going to turn up our heat there. And again, you only want to lightly season because the soup's already seasoned, but you still want those flavors to come out of the beans. We're going to add our asparagus next. And as you heat this up, you really get the color coming out of the vegetables. And the carrots being very similar to the asparagus, and we're just going to add those. I'm just going to let those heat up a little bit and cook through, and then we'll build our meal. So I like to just cook the vegetables quickly. You know, they maintain that crunch. You don't cook them too much. They maintain their vitamins and color, which is great. What we're going to do is just take our vegetables, place that in the middle of our bowl. We're going to place our piece of halibut on top. We take our Thai butternut squash soup that we have in our other cooking video. You just want to pour that around the edge and let it flow around the bowl and fill it up. Then we're taking some of our kale as a garnish on top. It's just a great crunchy accompaniment for the dish. And there you have it. It's a meal, it's a bowl of soup. And like I said, this Thai butternut squash soup, it just goes really great with seafood. So you can get creative, use shrimp, use salmon, anything you want. If you can afford lobster, that would be even awesome. We hope you all enjoyed that. You have a good evening.